Hello everybody. Oh, I've just dropped my phone. That's a great start, isn't it? Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever Jack-A-Car podcast. Hopefully it's a bit more of a success than the PlayStation 5 launch was the other day, and also hopefully I don't lose connection like I did last night, which was fantastic. Tonight we'll be doing a bit of a Q&A with the 5 guys that have managed to make it to this season's Championship 5. All of which have had remarkable seasons in their own right, and of course they are Kyle, Arnold, Jamie, Cameron and Ben. The maths for Thursday, so November 26th, are simple. The driver out of these 5, whoever finishes highest on track, will become the new Jack-A-Car champion. So very much a level playing field, and we are excited for that. We're still working on trying to get Ginger Andy with us, but in the interim, let's go straight to the man who won the race on track last season, as I'm watching a crash on my screen. He won Canada last night but has since lost it after a little steward's inquiry. Kyle, you are very much our own Lewis Hamilton, if you will. A couple of records you've broken this season, most points, most wins. Do you think in your eyes it's been a success, would you say?
Yeah, well, I think just to get at least one win on the board was one goal in itself. Obviously, not actually getting picked in the first place, and then the night before Bahrain, being drafted in. So yeah, I was just sort of hoping originally to just get a few races, and then obviously multiple wins was I was quite happy with that. To get to Championship 5 was even better. So we'll just we'll see what we can do.
Okay, good stuff. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me that there's no sound currently as well, which, smooth as you like this, always prepared. You say you got that first win on the board, Kyle. One win soon turned to 2, 3, 4 and 5. Did you expect anything like that, especially with the likes of, what am I doing here? With the likes of Paul and Pete joining the league, being part of the league?
It was definitely just I was happy with one win, and then to get the streak going, that was pretty good. The line of tracks was also quite, that helped out. I was quite confident with those tracks. But yeah, it was good. So the first few races were quite good. I was quite happy with them. I was quite happy with them.
Okay, good stuff. Then you went on a bit of a dry spell mid-season. Eventually come back and won the first race of the playoffs at Bahrain short. How was that for you? What went wrong in the middle of the season? Because then you got that one race win again, then you sort of dropped off again until last night. Anything happened, or is everyone just caught up to you? Are you the Brawn GP of 2020?
Yeah, it was very much like a Brawn GP. I think everyone's been putting in a bit more practice, I guess, during the playoffs, just making sure that they can get through. Obviously I had quite a comfortable lead to try and get through, so it wasn't as much of a worry for me as it was for others. So yeah, I think people were just purely catching up, putting possibly a bit more time into practice than what I was. I think that definitely showed through the playoffs.
Yeah, good stuff. And of course Brawn GP went on to win that title, so hopefully that's a good omen for you on Thursday night. Moving on to Arnold, the only non-English driver fighting for this title. Massive turnaround from the misfortune of last season. Of course, everyone remembers that infamous implosion that you had, regular season champion, and it all went down the pan. Sorry to bring it up again, but I kind of had to.
No worries.
This time around, you've won a race in every single round of the playoffs, and of course, I've said to everybody that the best way to advance is to win a race in every round, and you've done that, and it's quite the feat. How has your season gone?
Hello everybody, sorry for the accent. It's just...
Title's up for everyone, don't worry.
It has been a very difficult start of the season, to be fair. I wasn't, being on the same level as I was in the other game, 2019 game. I was dominating all season long, and playoffs went horribly wrong. Sorry, but in 2020 game, it was like I still was getting used to the game and stuff. Like I wasn't putting a lot of hours in the game too, or minutes or practices. So yeah, it was difficult to catch up with people like Kyle, Jamie, even TC was faster. Khalifa was doing some races as well. So once I was getting used to the game, it went better. And as you can see, I'm in the final now, so I can't complain, I guess.
Yeah, so looking for vengeance for last season, because sort of midpoint of season 1, everyone was starting to look to you as this man's going to be the champion. Is this the time? Is this now your chance to, gain the championship that you technically, in a way, to some people, you lost?
Yeah, like I said, I'm very scared with Jamie and Kyle, because they were all the season long. I was like watching in their gearbox because I couldn't get past them, or I was not fast enough, So, and step by step I was catching up again. So I'm good with the underdog role, to be fair. But I hope I can keep the momentum from the playoffs I had, so I can live with the pressure. I know you like to put the pressure on me, so
of course
I can live with it. No worries, it's fine.
And is there added pressure being part of an eSports team now? Of course, you've joined Team Speed mid-season, and they're running their colours in the final. Is there an expectation from them for you to win, or are you out there for yourself?
I think, it's always nice to be racing for a team. Like, I want to thank them for that, because it's a great opportunity. But I think because I joined it in mid-season, it's kind of a thing that you have to do for yourself anyway, because even I have another speed driver in here, I guess. No, I don't. Yeah, I have one. Yes, I was saying.
eSports teammates, but not Jackacar teammates.
Yeah, but you name it eSports team, so I know a lot of other people will help us if necessary, but I hope to have a fair race with everybody. Even if I have to fight Ben on track, I won't mind, because I know he's clean and fast driver, so I just want to have a fair race on track with everybody, and that's the most important thing. But it can give you some advantage if it's needed in the final.
Of course. Okay, thank you, Arnold. Your teammate is somebody that you're going to have to go head-to-head with, and that is Jamie Wright. And I will apologise in advance to everybody. Jamie's mate's girlfriend is expecting a young child next year, and of course, so Jamie is celebrating that and is slightly tipsy. But Jamie, you've done a very good job at hiding your potential this season. You've had probably more crashes than you have top 10 finishes, but in amongst that, 3 wins and 8 top 5 finishes. Is this the best sandbagging we've ever seen? Okay, that's fine. And you've been confident all season long about Brazil. So Kyle, with his mid-season dominance, you said you worked out eventually that Brazil was the final race, and as soon as you worked that out, you've been very confident. Are you still feeling that now that you're here?
Can I just butt in and just say, Jamie, you need to share your voice. It's not shared. No, it's not shared. Yuri's just said. No worries.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, so it's not like you missed much. It was only Jamie that's talking. Moving on. No, go on, Jamie. Just answer us again. Is this the best sandbagging we've ever seen? Because you've been confident all season long for Brazil. Okay. You being bad, so you haven't corrected it yet, have you?
Right, it's allowed. Yuri, can you in the chat? Can you let Iceman know that my chair's allowed? I can see it says it's allowed.
Your chair's allowed?
I do apologize. I do apologise. I didn't even know I had to get my external hard drive about an hour ago, so I've only just got round to getting it ready.
Yuri, come
Hey now, you good,
Yeah.
you good.
Right. Jacko, can you repeat that for me, please?
Yes, we'll try third and final time with this. I'll tell you what, it's turning out to be the disaster that your season has been, isn't it? Your season, is it the best sandbagging we've seen? Because you've been confident all season long for Brazil. Can you make it happen, or is it just going to be another typical Jamie race that we've become accustomed to?
All I can say, it depends on qualifying. If it's a wet qualifying to dry, and depends where I pick in qualifying, it could be a very interesting race. We just never know what the race is going to bring. And I do think this will be the most entertaining race all season.
Okay.
Regarding of weather conditions.
And any hint as to where you're going to pick your qualifying position, your time slot? Or would you rather not say?
All I say is we save the best till last.
Okay. That's why Kyle's picked that spot, yeah?
So Kyle's picking last. So Kyle's picking last.
Well, I mean, that's okay. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate the compliment.
You sell yourself too low, Kyle.
I don't like the fact.
Fantastic. Right then, we'll move on to the fairy tale story of the season. Something that nobody would have predicted. Him getting this far. I think myself and Owen, we didn't even pick up on it until Mexico, and it was that man Cameron Blair who's on his way to Brazil for all the glitz and glamour of Championship Week. We're not quite sure what you've done. a little bit. We're not quite sure what you've done. How have you managed to get this far? And if you do go further and win the title, you prove once again that anybody can win this.
Camo, you're not being shared either.
Oh my god.
You go into your settings and it's just something about sharing voice cards.
I'll reiterate, we are well
Not in
prepared
the
as ever.
party. We are well
viewers.
prepared, chat. I hope you're all having a good stream. We're all very well prepared for this stream.
Yeah, you have some elevator music at this point.
To all the viewers, I did advise them about half an hour before this to make sure they were on stream. They were.
Oh, I'm in. I've sorted it.
Camo sorted it. Okay,
Oh, lovely, lovely.
go again for us, Camo.
I'll mute.
Yeah, I just had to cut out the mistakes. I think I DNF'd about 5 times last season. Ended up missing out on the playoffs just. And I know I'm never going to be sort of fast enough to beat Kyle, Arnaud and Jamie on a regular basis, but there's no reason why I can't be as consistent as them and not make any mistakes. So if I just approached each race to just do as well as I can and maximise the best result out of my pace, if that was good enough for say 5th, brilliant. If it was 10th, still happy. And then I've just managed to stay clean nearly all the way. I nearly bottled it on Thursday, but
Yeah, we'll come to that.
held it together.
So would you say you're looking for a disaster with the front runners then? Or on Thursday?
I don't usually like wet weather, but I think I need to have the most chaotic weather conditions possible. If it could change about 3 or 4 times, that'd be great, I think.
Absolutely.
Jacko, am I allowed to put a voice in?
Go on, please.
I think I can speak for everybody in saying Jack Camo has had the most consistent results all season, so literally all it'll take is one mistake from somebody and he will definitely be in a chance for the win. So Camo, don't sell yourself out of it, buddy. You know you're in for the win. Will be too much.
So there you go, that is Jamie's pick for the win. Camo, just talk us through Thursday, that you were fighting for the win at one point. You even led 3 laps of the race, and then you went for the move down the inside of Pete, and you spun it, and you went down to P11.
That was TC.
Was it
My
TC?
own
Sorry.
teammate. Yeah.
Who eventually won the race. So
I
you
think I
went
just,
down the inside and spun, and when you went to P11, you were out of the Championship 5, but you clawed enough positions back to eliminate the threat of Risky and Pete, who also had a nightmare, and you've knocked out last season's champion. So is that a positive, a booster going into Brazil?
Yeah, I mean, I looked back when it first happened. I was like, because obviously TC's my teammate, I was a bit fuming. I was like, oh, I can't believe that's happened. And then watching back on it, I think I just sort of panicked because Pete was winning, and at that point, there was like 4 laps left, so I was going to go out, but I knew Pete was on really old tyres and we weren't that far behind him, so I probably should have just been a bit more patient, because TC, he didn't know I was there and he didn't expect me to go up the inside, so I think if I'd have waited a few corners he'd have probably let me pass. But yeah, it was all turned out well in the end.
Touch and go.
Yeah, no, I did think it was over, to be honest. I think when I span I was like, oh no, I'm out. But yeah, just reversed it back on track, and I think Khalifa did me a little favour as well, just sitting behind me on the on the last couple of laps, which was nice. But yeah, I just need to do the same thing, just stay in the race, and that hopefully it's a mad one and we can pick up some pieces.
Absolutely, good stuff. Good to see you in the Championship 5. Finally, going to Mr. Iceman, Ben Shaw. Promoted after the regular season. Mr. John gave up his seat for you, and how nice of him. And you've beat the... Well, me and Owen were saying it's a very competitive chase this season. But you beat them all on merit. Riley, Thomas, MK Bourne, Yuri. Brilliant drivers. You beat them all, Ben. So what kind of confidence does that give you going into Brazil as you look to finish your statement? And I can't hear a word he's saying.
I can't hear him either.
Because I turned it on mute. It gives me confidence in a sense that I've shown that I can get good results. Shown Singapore and Belgium back to back, that was a good two races for me. But I mean, Kyle, Jamie, Arnold and Camo are a different kettle of fish. The reason why they're in the playoffs, and there is a difference in pace. Not much of a difference, and there is a bit of luck to it. But I think this is a whole different ball game. Next week.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
It gives me a bit of confidence, but not a lot.
See, me and the guys that run the league, we've been saying, had you been in from the start of the season, you would have been a playoff driver anyway. So do you feel the chase was a free ticket into the Championship 5? Or would you rather have gone via the playoff form, the format, sorry?
By no means necessary was the chase a given. No way. I mean, last night was a proven an 11th place, not a good race for me. I just had a couple of bad races, and if that was in the playoffs, that probably could have saw me out. So,
100%. Yeah.
I mean, the chase again was just as competitive. They had the experience in the league. I'd only had 2 races, so it really was just. I don't know. Either way, it would have been difficult. Even the chase has obviously got a lot more to it. I think 'cause everyone's resetted. Obviously, everyone's on the same playing field. So one bad race shoots you down, a good race shoots you all the way up. So honestly, I couldn't answer that question. I wouldn't know what way I'd want to go.
No, that's fair enough. You like I said, you deserve to be here on merit, because everyone was reset to 0 at that point, other than the few playoff points. I think Yuri had a couple, Riley had one. So it's near enough all from 0. So you beat him over those 6 races, and well done for getting this far. My question to you: are you in a similar boat to Camo, where you're going to need either a miracle or a big accident from someone, or can you genuinely challenge the 3 guys who have dominated the season on Thursday?
I want to say I can challenge, but realistically I know that Kyle, Arnold and Jamie are faster. Over 1 lap over the course of a race, I know that they are faster than me. I don't know about Camo because I haven't looked much pace for him, but obviously I've saw Kyle winning races, Arnold winning races, Jamie winning races all season.
Yeah.
You know that they can win races and they're capable of doing so. I'll probably need a bit of luck, and I'd hope for a bit of luck, maybe a safety car in my favour, something along those lines, but I just want to go out there, just want to try and do the best I can. I can't really complain now at this point. I've done what I wanted to do from the start of the playoffs. That was my aim. I wanted to win the chase, and I've done that. So anything after this is probably going to be a bonus.
Absolutely, good to hear. And question to all of you: what has been the highlight of the season? If you go in the same order that we went through, you so Kyle.
Yeah, jumping to me first. I think, to be honest, last night, but after that last safety car, it was just a mega race. There was positions to be decided between Camo and Risky, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was intense. Even though, of course, I wasn't part of that battle, still to know what's going on. That was a pretty good bit of the season, personally.
Okay. Did it feel as epic driving it as it was watching it back on stream?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Arnold, your highlight?
I was about to say the race from yesterday too. Look, I was. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. It was one of the best races of the season, to be fair. Just because I was unlucky with the safety car. I was on the back of the pack after the last safety car. And I was watching everybody fighting for position. Like, I was cutting through traffic, but I saw everybody fighting for the position. I was like, oh my god, what's happening in front of me? It was just mayhem. I saw Camo crash with TC. I saw MK doing crazy stuff with Ride. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and enjoy, like trying to cut through the traffic. And eventually I was just behind Kyle at start finish. So for me, it's the race in Canada because it's also the fact that it's a championship decider, or a final decider.
Elimination race, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. It was mega, to be fair, it was mega. With wet body and stuff, it was ridiculously nice.
Can imagine. Jamie, to you, highlight of the season? Which crash has been your favourite?
I'm not going to answer that because too many has been too funny watching back. In terms of actual race moments, obviously yesterday was very entertaining, not on my part because I was so bad and I finished last on the track other than Lewis, but that wasn't his fault. There's been some dramatic parts of the season. There's been Bahrain last lap, me and Khalifa. There's been Bahrain short, me and Kyle. But honestly, Austria probably the best race of the season. Risky taking an unexpected win out of nowhere, last in the championship.
Yeah, P20, and it was a must-win. So.
Yes, and I tried to do my best to get Kyle through, but with 30 lap old hards, there's only so much you can do. And then yesterday, second best, Pete did everything he could. I don't know what happened on his end. I can't. As much as banter there's been all season, I can't give any bad props to Pete because he did everything he could yesterday.
Thanks.
I'm not saying anything to Kyle because he's going to beat me next week, so it's fine.
I should say that but I was backwards.
Hey, I was nearly out of next week. I was nearly out yesterday, so don't even try.
Camo, highlight of the season. I can imagine making the Championship 5.
Yeah, on a personal point, I mean, for the league, there's only one iconic moment for me, and that's Paul getting disqualified for having too many quarter-play penalties. I mean, if there's one thing I'll never forget, it's that. But yeah, like the others said, yesterday was mad. But Austria was good as well, because I think I wasn't qualified by Austria for the playoffs, so...
No, you were one of those 4 positions to find in that last race.
Yeah,
you were one of them.
I was on Joker that race. I didn't end up using it because of safety car, but I still had a good race, and yeah, that was good to get through. Yesterday was mad.
Good. Austria was a personal highlight for me as well. I think being back was all time.
Yeah, and Ben, highlight of the season? Not being picked in the draft, is that up there?
Yeah, that was best moment of the season right now. But even about the draft, I mean, I explained to you at the time why I wasn't picked in the draft, and I said when it happened, why Pete didn't pick me over somebody else. That it was completely understandable.
Yeah.
But the highlight of the season for me was probably Singapore, just because of the point swing in the chase. That was my biggest race. Got lucky with the damage. Got lucky again by not getting damage when I got hit up the rear. Went down the escape roads by a certain driver, but and then came back and got it.
Beef.
No, there is no beef. No, but yeah, no, that was definitely highlight of the season for me. That Singapore race, that was it was proven pivotal in qualifying for the chase, definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. And question for Kyle and Jamie. You two have fought on track a lot this season and not had a crash. Is it coming on Thursday?
Oh, you know what, right? I've been thinking in the back of my head about this question. It keeps on getting mentioned in the chat. I don't know. Me and Jamie have had a few moments in the police. I think we need one in Jacko Kart. So, Jamie, if you mind just typing into me at some point next week, that would be lovely.
I mean, as long as you go off the track, I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah, well, we can make an agreement.
TGP.
Okay, so
But no, honestly, good luck to everybody and all the drivers. I hope all the viewers out there fun. It should be fun.
And last question before we do go, because that is the end of this spreadsheet that I've made here. One by one, in your own opinion, one word answer, who is going to win the title? Kyle, go.
Arnold.
Arnold, okay. Arnold, yourself?
Arnold.
Confidence. Jamie?
Camo.
Camo?
Kyle.
And Ben?
Arnold.
Interesting, so 3 for Arnold.
Jeez.
That's
No
pressure.
pressure.
That's pressure.
You did vote for yourself, mate.
No, I was just kidding. To be fair, it's Kyle. To be fair.
Your pace recently has been mega off in looking at your gearbox.
You heard it here first, chat. I'm the underdog coming in next week. Love to see it.
Yeah, let's just rewind to that on Arnold, calling himself an underdog.
Cough,
Remember
cough.
that.
Jack,
Remember-
cough, cough. Jacko's recording 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
No, remember that for Thursday. But thank you very much, gents. That will do us for this evening with 1 minute 12 left in this session. For everybody watching, make sure you tune in on Thursday as well, 7 PM. Myself and Owen as commentators. Still working on Ginger Andy, like I say. Kyle, Ben, Arnold, Camo and Jamie all fighting to be the next Jacko Car champion. Goodbye. Good night.
Right.